You felt it before. The villain walks in, and the room changes. Not the hero. Him. And somewhere inside you, a question you don't want to admit. Why him, and not me? Here's the uncomfortable truth psychologists have known for decades. Audiences don't just fear villains. They're drawn to them, magnetized, sometimes more than the hero standing right next to him. This isn't bad writing, it's bad news for the rest of us, because the traits that make a villain unforgettable are the exact traits most people are taught to suppress. Let's break down what's actually happening in your brain when a villain walks on screen, and why the same psychology can work for you in real life, in rooms that have nothing to do with movies. The first thing every magnetic villain has: certainty. They don't ask for permission. They don't hedge. They don't say, "I think maybe we could possibly." They say what they want, and they say it like the outcome is already decided. Psychologically, certainty reads as competence, even when it isn't. Our brains are wired to follow the person who sounds sure, not the person who's actually right. That's not a flaw in you. It's a shortcut evolution built because in a crisis, hesitation is expensive. Heroes are written to doubt, villains are written to decide. Guess which one people lean toward in a room? Second trait, unpredictability. You cannot fully map a great villain. One moment charming, the next terrifying. And that inconsistency is not a bug, it's the entire hook. Predictable people are safe, but they're also invisible. Your brain stops allocating attention to things it's already solved. A villain never lets you solve them, so you keep watching, keep listening, keep waiting for what's next. This is why the nice, agreeable, always available person is liked, but rarely desired. Desire needs a small amount of unresolved tension to survive. Third, and this is the one that stings a little, villains don't perform for approval. They're not checking the room to see if they're liked. They already know they might not be, and they've made peace with it. That single trait is rarer than almost anything else in human behavior, because most of us are quietly, constantly asking, did that land okay? Do they still like me? The moment someone stops asking that question out loud, they stop looking like they need anything from you. And the less someone appears to need you, the more valuable you assume they are. It's not fair. It's just how status is read by the human brain. Here's the twist though, and it's the part most people miss. None of these three traits are evil. Certainty, unpredictability, immunity to approval, not one of them requires cruelty. The villain just happens to be the only character allowed to use them without apology. The hero is written to be liked, to be safe, to be palatable, and in trying to be all three, the hero becomes forgettable. You've probably done the same thing in real life. Softened your certainty into a question. Made yourself predictable so no one would be upset. Chased approval instead of standing still. Not because you're weak, because you were taught that's what a good person does. But charisma was never about being good or bad. It's about presence. And presence is built from the same three ingredients, whether it's sitting in a hero, a villain, or you. You don't need the cruelty. You just need the certainty. You don't need the manipulation. You just need the unpredictability of a person who isn't fully knowable in one meeting. You don't need the coldness. You just need to stop performing for a room that was never grading you as hard as you thought. That's not just villain psychology. That's power. And now, it's yours.